Welcome everyone. This is the Gobs Collective Digital Showcase. We can't wait to show you the poets that we've got in store for you. Gobs Collective is a spoken word poetry collective, and we've been running for about 12 weeks now in a series of workshops. We've been supporting emerging artists from around and about Nottingham. I'm Bridie, this is Ioney, and we're the lead artists of Gobs Collective.
Yes, we are. We've had to really, rethink Gobs and how we run it due to international crisis. We're really committed to continuing our efforts and to keep Gobs going. So we thought, okay, we can't do weekly face-to-face sessions. We brought it online. We brought weekly sessions on Zoom. We would meet, we would write, and this is what we've come up with. So we can't offer you a face-to-face public showing of our poems. We challenged the Gobs to do is to create poetry films, and this is the first time for a lot of them that are doing this, so it's a big thing.
We really couldn't have done this without the support of Nottingham Trent University, who we're working in partnership with, and who we were originally planning to host the showcase with. So we were going to have our showcase at the beautiful University Hall. And this whole programme is part of Curated and Created, which is Nottingham Trent University's cultural programme. We've also got to give a massive thanks to John Berkovich from Apples and Snakes.
Hey.
John Berkovich has been really helping us to get things off the ground. We've got to give a massive thanks to Maker Met as well, who designed our logo and helped us with our website. Absolutely massive big ups for all of the organisations that have helped make this a reality.
Definitely. Thank you to everybody, the Gobs that have been coming each week to Zoom, and even the ones that couldn't know, you're still a part of it. They've been contributing in different ways. So we're going to kick off.
The showcase is split up into 4 sections. Who have we got in the first section, Ioney?
We have got Cleo, Claire, Jenny, Beth, and Colin. Whoop.
It's locked down and I'm trapped in my bathroom. The door handle snapped off clean. Surfaces beam back at me. You live alone, you know. But I'm not going to let fear take grip, because there's going to be a way out of this. My fingers claw at the door expanse, nothing to clutch or prise open. Then I realise my phone's been left in the living room, which isn't my norm, so it's just me and the bathroom. Broken nail file gets poked into keyhole, but nothing happens at all. So I pace, wait for an escape plan to float in. Blank space, extractor fan swirls. What a silly little girl. Mirror catches me fretting, letting panic set in. Pink patches of distress spreading, reminds me of being ill. How quickly I could spiral, hospital admissions way back. Lax cold tap drips. Echoes of so much overcome sadness where there really was no way out, of bedbound living, of definitely not existing. I start eyeing up towels for bedding, consider this as my resting place. It's lockdown and nobody's expecting me, so I pace, wait, peer through door hole, hoping for an idea to come. Sat on floor, I rummage through toiletries, toothpaste, hairspray, uselessness, a pair of scissors. Prize. Once used for a different sort of release, I slot them in the chamber, twist, and I am free.
It's 4 in the morning in the quiet of this lockdown. The street lights pick out leaves below as rain plinks on window pane. Occasional cars mixed with the earliest bird chattering so. I zoomed until late with friends from all over who DJ'd. We danced and dressed up. We had such a laugh. It went on for hours. It felt really good to catch up. But when you switch off, there's just you and a blank screen and moments extinguished in air. No ending, no exit, no leaving, no walking, just dying emotions hang there. So now I'm left silent, just window frame staring, watching leaves shrug off heavy rain. Heads hit distant pillows in London and Berlin, and I'm sealed in my lockdown again.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm addicted to social media. I'm logging on more frequently, and my posts are getting greedier. I'm hooked up on these likes, and my hunger's getting speedier. I'm clucking for the check-in. I keep scrolling through my feed, and I just can't stop. Screaming till I drop. Eyelids lopping between upload popping. I'm logging in and logging out of my big life, out of my zigzag moments, my flows entrenched in thinking digital. My digits all cramp up, I'll be all arthritic pixels, drowning betwixt these algorithmic thought tricks. I'm a stalking, I'm a squawking, I'm a chatterback quick talking, and I can't help nerving about exposure. All vulnerable emotions, all showing off, all poser. Trying to maintain composure whilst my internal net worth is mounting on my internet serve. I'm getting wet for networks. Soaked eyes in, hypnotised in. Even my sighs are online. And my brain is on contract. I'm a deal. I'm real. I promise. I'm visible. I'm seen. Dosed up on dopamine likes, ego spikes. I post, therefore I am. Lapping up waves of notifications, red-eyed seething quick elation. Pleasure troves of personal information. Spyglass crook, peeking in, looking in your windows, watching where your life goes, or at least the bits you want to show. Eavesdropping on your convos, camouflaged in ether poncho. Neither here nor cable. This cloak drapes me in fables, comparisons labels. The more I engage, the more I'm fake rewarded, hoarding reactions, making impact, gaining traction. I'm a ravenous squirrel, shoveling views, grovelling for first free priority. It's true. I'm virtually active. I must have superiority. Fast track my expressions. If I refrain, gosh, I'll be forgotten. I'll go rotten peach. I've been brainwashed to preach. Will I ever reach you? Will you ever find me? Will I ever find me?
Shopping list. Gobs biscuits, chickpeas, hope, avocado, oranges, self-worth, dog food, decent sleep, Marmite.
Holding back the twilight. Her eyes jolted, provided with full PPE. Barreling through to intensive care, stopped behind the cold silence of a clean protective screen. Blinking passion's mist over her heels. Her cornerstone laid slabbed, pale, frail, fixed to a ventilator, unaware she was there. Each excruciating beat tortured, transfixed by dyspnea. Selflessly, she wished to swap places, watched breath falter, body buckle, out of reach from her loving arms. Nurses guarded what dignity remained, comforted his conclusion, her bereavement, their partnership so close, divided by the virus. She was one of too many scorned, nearby, a witness to goodbye. Now she is carefully holding back the twilight. Home, alone, locked down inside bleeding heart halls, zoning out to memory lane, preserving their halved hearthstone in the fleeting robin who shepherds the morning. I call, asking how she's doing. The landline crackles like a stethoscope over an inflamed chest. She plucks one star from her twilight and shows me the other side of a black hole. Like a blind person painting, she is instinct and muscle memory, uncloaks a crumbling castle, leaves rubble in repair, saves her ears this solo of spring song, the promise of her autumn, abscission of a tombstone, daydreaming of reunification, holding back the twilight. Empathizing through technology leaves a leering sparsity, a gut full of rusted iron, trying to alleviate suffering feels fanciful, though well-intended. Attempts to comfort sometimes feel demagnetized, words fail, our letters blank, no floaty syllables to weave, just listening thoroughly, holding ground for her to yowl, to weep what needs to be said. A grueling shadow soup to swallow. She scoops a fleck of technicolor, throws it into the gathering night sky. Carefully, she held back twilight between her teeth.
Hope you're all clapping in your living rooms there, getting your click on. So when we're at spoken word poetry nights, if you don't know, you can have a little click so you don't disturb the lines of someone's poem, but you still give them a little round of applause. That's what that's all about, if you've ever been wondering. Massive thanks to all of the poets. If you liked what you saw, get in that chat box. Let us know what you thought. Keep it all going for our next round of poets. Ioney, who we got?
So, our next round of brave poets are Alia, Kate, Lily, and Darren. And I'm proud of every single one of them. You know, they produced some fantastic work. And here they are.
Born in 1990, a Nottingham 90s baby, the first grandchild of the family. Age 3, A brother. A replica, an impersonator. Age 5, cars were his first love. Naming every car that drove past. Seemingly smeared colours flying through air. They were people, in his eyes. A 5-year-old boy with bleached blonde hair, hazel eyes. He looks up to the sky and he wonders, who am I? 10 years old, a baby sister. Bleached blonde hair like his, the same pure smile, the same hazel eyes. The 2 boys and the 1 girl. 3 and free, playing. A perfect life. A family united as a whole. A singular shoelace that locks everything together. Unseparated. Life was a game of hopscotch. Leaping in synchronized hope into the unknown. The first hop, school, friends, but the final leap, tying your shoelaces. Hop, hop, leap. Mum, Dad, I want to be a lawyer. You see, I want a bright yellow Lamborghini, so... A 5-year-old kid with dark brown hair, hazel eyes. He looks up to the sky and he wonders, what is life? Age 18, uni, learning how to tie his shoelaces. Year 1, complete. Year 2, hop, hop, leap. A foreign feeling, agonizing every pound of flesh, puncturing organs, shredding the body, and then a game of hopscotch. An unquestionable, unanswerable leap. Hop, hop, leap.
A young law student at the University of Birmingham.
At the University of Birmingham was found in a pool of blood
a popular,
a young
student
man on Friday the 13th of November. His death has been confirmed. The police are treating his death as if someone killed him.
A brother. Suicide.
Murder.
Suicide. He commit suicide. He wouldn't kill himself.
A 19-year-old man with jet black hair, hazel eyes. He looks up into the night sky and he says, it's my time to die. A family torn apart, a mother, a father, a 16-year-old brother, a 9-year-old sister, tormented by rumours, yearning for truth, but numb. I thought he would come back. It was Christmas. His birthday, my birthday, Easter, summer, Christmas again. Hop, hop, leap. Age 9. I stopped playing hopscotch. I tied my shoelaces. Unconscious, blocking it all out, oblivious to the world around me. Time drew nearer, it drowned me, longing to just be, to be free. Once again, to stop all this pain and this suffering. To just live a normal life, and then an emotion escaping explosion, a hop, hop, and then a leap. And then I was seeing, finally thinking, remembering. I grew. A 20-year-old girl with dark blonde hair.
A 26-year-old man with jet black hair.
A 63-year-old man with dark blonde hair.
A 56-year-old woman with jet black hair.
Hazel eyes.
Green eyes.
Blue eyes.
Brown eyes.
They look up into the sky. I miss you.
I want to write you a letter and to fill it with everything that is, everything that I am, everything I am not. I want to write you a letter, fill the paper up, weight it down till it cracks through, seeping through. Ink blackening nails, the words hit the page, vibrating into Morse code. I want to write you a letter, and I send you Morse code. I wish I had wings, or stilts, or a jetpack. I would reach up to the clouds, and I would stay a while. What happens to the people with unsent letters? I pluck a cloud, still warm, but the wind takes it away before I can fill it with everything that I am not, everything that I am. I sink back down to write you that letter, to post the letter. The burning letter perfumes my hair, my clothes, my skin. I want to write you this letter. I don't want to send smoke signals or Morse code. I want to write you this letter. I want to write to you. I want to write you this letter.
"9 a.m, frantically waiting for the same old train. The comfort of Nottingham to Newark, 2 stations, 1 town. I cry quietly to myself because I overpacked again. What idiot decided to make you walk between both? Change at Sheffield through Newcastle. I fall asleep and wake up as we get into Edinburgh New Street, except it should have been Old Street, but I was hungover, and what idiot decided not to wake me up? You knew I'd do it, so you're still there. Taxi ready, waiting diligently for my dumbass to walk out. Ready to grab my overpacked bag and kiss my overworked forehead and help me forget what I was running away from in the first place. It's safe here. Safe amongst the threatening statues, the kind I've irrationally feared since I was 3. But you made this place a home, so I don't mind Mr. Burns so much anymore. Even in the dark, even late at night, as we chase each other back from the last dumb club at 3 a.m, because everywhere always shuts so goddamn early. Remember that time we accidentally went salsa dancing? You can't dance. You never could. Instead, I danced with a bizarre old man in between tequila shots who twirled me around as you looked on, fondly watching me dip and trip and slip deep into the night. And remember when we fell into a tiny pub in the middle of nowhere but somewhere to listen to a wise old man with a feather in his hat guess that I was a Gemini and you a Libra, telling us with conviction that it must be why we got along before he picked up his fiddle and insisted we stayed to dance to his song. Remember running home, Doc sliding in the rain because it was always fucking raining, slipping through the university gates, quick stop at the cobbled stones, me onto my arse, you pulling me up. Marry me, the dumb 19-year-old in you says. Okay, dumb 19-year-old in me agrees. Through the haze of bargain beer and bougie whiskey. And we both know we'll laugh at the stupid ring made of the embroidery string in the depths of my pocket tomorrow. Because it was dumb, and we were dumb, and life was dumb. Monday comes, the station looms. I guess it's goodbye for now then? But we walk straight past, aimlessly and yet with purpose. Stay till tomorrow. We laugh. We know we'll play the same game then.
Greetings. I'm Darren Kieran. I'd like to share a poem with you. It begins in an imagined past, and it goes like this. Liverpool, Dockside, 1956. Unborn man meets father, before first time. Father's sea legs steadying on new land. All Armada Irish eyes and cheekbone charm. Fingernails full of Erin's earth. A blind spot in his hindsight. Time bomb temper veiled behind a helping hand. Unborn, walks farther to the first of many fevers, scoops runes from the barrow and throws them into future's face. A ferryman, drunk at the helm, blacking his own nails, necking chickens full of eggs and crashing cars into borderlines. No blacks, no dogs, no Irish. Commanded coup d'etats on council flats. Throned a queen to the kingdoms of kitchen sink and rocking chair. And when our sovereign sailed, taking the firstborn, a lesson in pride, its measure gauged by rising after every fall. When wasting one, father lay slabbed, white-robed and looking distant, his unyielding limbs like his mind in life, stubborn, steadfast, gently turning his humbled hand to fasten a crisp cotton cuff, revealed a crudely stitched wrist, proof the curse had been passed unseen, a double helix hand-me-down. And when the earth was sliced to lay him in the underland, we thought his coffin light, but knew his shadow we would never lift.
Show your appreciation for the last poets because they were amazing. You can do so by leaving a comment below. Yeah, give them some love. And don't forget to follow and like us on social media. You can check our website as well, gobscollective.org. We've got a Facebook group, Gobs Collective, and we've also got Instagram. So follow us, like us, comment. Who have we got next, Bridie?
The next poets we've got for you this afternoon are the amazing Stacey, Emily and Carly.
She was a young idealist, definitely the naivest in a family of self-proclaimed realists, who explained the world to her through the tight clenching of two fists, but this was everything she refused. She carried too much hope on her shoulders for Knuckles to defeat this. So she closed her eyes and opened her heart, and she had big enough hands to outstretch those palms towards the sky, in the hope that maybe she'd catch a glimpse of other lives in the heart of a bird's eye. And in the face of all that pain, she maintained that outstretched demeanour. She said her biggest fear in this life would be if she ever ceased to be a dreamer, and she was a dreamer. When Knuckles clambered their way around my neck, she was the one who dove to the sky to catch my breath. She said life is cruel, so she drove through the stars instead, and said people may say they are already dead, but their light still hides in the dark. All the day I stood, face dripping with blood in an empty alleyway, underneath the burning from the hottest part of the day, and broken-nosed. She found enough strength in that heat to be the carrier of both of my feet and took me home. She caught both my blood and my tears into a cup, so we could use them to paint watercolour as we waited for those fears to develop. Slowly, as the events themselves buried into the cracks of my psyche. Veni, vidi. She was the one who gave me a dream. Solo wandering Rome, awestruck, as we looked at unwavering faith carved out into stone, as old as Julius Caesar. But we never wanted to conquer, we just wanted to see them, even if it lay in ruins. It's the same way as all us broken humans who exist mostly by our grand delusions and dreams. She was the drumbeat in my chest drumming, the guitar riff in my head strumming, the laughter, singing. We were supposed to sing together. But through time, I somehow grew to forget her. I only let go of her hand for a minute, a hopeless moment, but there I lost myself in it, to get away from the clenched fists who we knew would always catch up. The painting only waited for those fears to develop, and for a while I became enveloped. So this is an open letter, a packed setter. Life still grows in the ruins, and this too will get better. So I will search through all the silences of that dancing drum beat and dig through the crevices of that decaying concrete and find a light in the clogged skies. I know you are still alive in one of these. I am sorry I ran from alarm bells that never rang true, but know that my greatest fear now is if I never make it back to you.
They gave us a new home that was alive, and we ate their fruits and we drank their wine, and from their lips we learnt to thrive, thinking our greed would stand against time. And so we took the greens of their fields and the yellow of their sun, and we painted past our needs. Our house was now left undone. What had I done, so brazen, so brash? I had to be forgiven, I can't run. Could I coat my hands in their pity and ash? I clamber through my warped gate, and the air is soft on my smashed skin, but my heart aches to feel even hate. I am shaking in my own self-beaten sin. I curse myself as nothing but a child grown big and overmothered, yet the flowers grow from my beaten touch and warm to me like those who have suffered. A gift from those that made me, that's not all blood and sores, but it is forgiveness for the free, and it's bravery and hope with new laws. It is kindness with each eclipse, and the promise of finding beauty is a whisper from between the tulips that something will grow from this cruelty. They caress me with rose-thorn truths, not gentle lily lies that soothe me like supple fruits. I stroke the words and the cries. Sore against my tongue, they pour cold water on my sore eyes. The flowers give life to my bruised lungs. Rose milk eases my questioning whys. Now my house is greeted with a warm breeze, and the shouts of the outsiders are mellow. As I rise off the ground from my knees, and as I touch my new wall, I learn of the echo. It says one day I will use my voice, despite believing my childhood was stolen. It tells me all along I had a choice. Promises for when I'm no longer swollen. Soon I can repaint my milky pink walls and replaster the lavender torn rules, so I can rebuild the gift that they had given me.
From within these palms, tiny seeds laid tentatively into earth's clutch. Can she do what I have not? I daren't believe they could grow. Moments earlier, we'd held him, cradled in darkness, laid his body into the earth. Still, never to see him grow. Death born of my womb, in these hands life certain to perish. Calloused, fruitless promise, I don't believe anything would grow. And yet, from scattered, shattered, hold, beauty blossoms. Hope unfurls, stirring my sceptical heart. Still, I don't believe I could grow. I did. From reaper's grip, flora flourishes. I emerge, opening my clenched fists. Sap rising, reaching for the sun. I grow. I grow.
Oh. And we just take a second to commend the bravery for all our poets for sharing their stories with us. Click in the face of these amazing words.
Absolutely beautiful, amazing, and brave. So proud of Gobs, so proud.
It's just been an amazing experience for us, as much as it has for everyone else in the collective. I'm getting all emotional now, Ioney. It's a lot.
I am, no, cheers that. I've actually loved it, Bridie. I've loved being a part of Gobs. I've loved weekly sessions, seeing your lot's face. It's been absolutely an amazing experience, especially to get us through this really strange crisis that we're facing. So it's been excellent.
It's been a real lifesaver, really, to have such an amazing bunch of people to share work with, share skills with, to focus on self-development, really, and self-care. Poetry is such a powerful tool to helping you to understand how you're feeling. It's been amazing. Looking forward, we've got our last section of this afternoon.
Yeah, it's our final section, and I'm really proud to present to you Ella, Annie, Jay, Fazana, and Hugh. So let's give a round of applause, let's give them comments, and let's just be Gobs.
Let's do it.
Go on.
Desolate and destitute, struck, backed up against a wall, ivy trawling round feet, unwebbing toes curling upwards, interlocking spines, I taste it on my vertebrae. The marrow of these bones was empty. A tap, tap, tap echoed, rattled down empty chambers, looking for closets to get locked in. Yet still unsuffocated, more elongated, learning to straighten my back and trust, retained by its clutch. Founded, grounded in its roots, always there, holding strong, telling me the world is not ending, despite my conviction. I spit fire, yet it stays, retorts not, greeted by gentle touch. I remember at school learning that thing where you put two contrasting words next to each other. Gentle, man. Two words that mean the opposite. Yet here you are.
Ticking all the boxes that identify me. Ticking all the boxes, but never really being seen. Ticking a box, clicking a link, what does it even mean? Making up the numbers. For who? The statisticians? And who am I within that box? Who is it that you're seeing? Polarising people on a so-called equality mission. Recording my characteristics to show someone you care. My race, my sex, my gender, my religion. How can it all fit in there? Am I white? Am I black? Why do you need to know? Am I old? Am I young? What does the information show? Age is just a number, and colour just a hue. Be honest with me now. What difference does either make to you? Male, female, straight, gay, and everything in between. Whatever our designations, we all deserve to be seen. Seen for real, seen right now, seen for who we are. Seen to be the people, unified by our scars, our stories, our bodies, our hearts, our minds. We all have come so far. The infinite possibilities of the person I might be, reduced to a few tick boxes so you can make sense of me.
Some parts of society I wish was an absentee. This is about the police stopping me. Under this COVID half-lot UK, I went for a run in the sun today. The 5-0 van pulled up 3 times, glaring. But the other bunch of runners, no melanin, no staring. What is privilege? This shit had me reaching for my phone. Like this is America. Hoping that the police don't take that tone. Loading a live stream, just in case. It might have been nothing, but my head's spinning straight to worst case. I don't know if it's media or socials that have got it twisted. I just don't want to see blue lights and my skin tone getting wrongfully lifted. Let's be fair, the leaders aren't helping, and that's both sides of the pond. Maybe it'll change when Idris or Kano become Bond. What is privilege? 2020, 2-3 months in, and I've already had more casual racism than the last 10 years. How the fuck the leaders dropping travel bans, Chinese viruses, Pekingese and letterboxes, feeding fears, getting called Mohammed and a terrorist like it's normal at the end of a night. Still getting called a Paki. These thick motherfuckers ain't even got the religion or the country right. I'm 28. Since 2001, shit's been getting worse, not better. Hopefully, the kids of today can fix it. They can influence. They can be the trendsetters.
Yo, Jay, what is privilege?
Jay, what's privilege?
What is privilege?
Jay, what is privilege?
Jay, what the fuck is privilege?
It's pretty much the whole government going to the same school. Misrepresentation in plenty sectors. Ain't many teachers that look, act and sound like me. It's not getting confused when in your rice you get kidney beans. Not getting ripped for ordering a korma. It's understanding every grime reference, like butter bop bop and sounds of the surf. It's there not being enough role models to represent our culture. Nodding to people you've never met, because somehow they understand too. It's before you even speak people's perceptions of you. Being locked down with a yard, heating, water and food. It's not being locked down somewhere you feel unsafe. It's having all your limbs the ability to think. It's not having to need. It's been born into. Something you can't earn. It's a commodity. It should be a thing of the past. But honestly, I think it's here to last.
Roll the dice. 6s go. Luck of the draw. Strictly abide by the rules of the game. Everyone. You landed on me. I'm not playing. No parking on double yellow. No driving through red traffic lights. It's for your own good. You got to play. It's your turn. Buy a hotel. Go back to start. Roll the dice. Keep going. Advancing means breaking rules. Go to jail. Think Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Rosa Parks. Cheaters. It stood them apart. Excluded. No fraternising with the blacks. No woman shall vote. Emily Pankhurst, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela. New games on the market now. Which game will you play? Year 2020. All change, please. All change.
I steal things from work. Don't think about much when I do it. 5 p.m, the hands just click into place. Inside my pocket, I turn the thing in my fingers, feel its edges. For every day taken, 1 pen, a ruler, a stapler, one for each day. Stationery wasn't enough. It was a Wednesday when I disconnected my mouse. Day after, a keyboard. The following Tuesday I was moving desks. The photocopier proved a challenge. The paper trays were fixed by hidden notches. I had to stand on them, my full weight through my legs, hands gripped the machine's lid, kicking downwards until the plastic clicked and cracked and I could pull free. I scuffed my way home that night, edging my treasure forward like an obese snail. Nearly put my back out. Every evening at 5 p.m. I take something. A potted fern, a partition wall. 9 a.m. the next morning, Mark, Lorna and Dougie, they just work and smile. Lorna made calls on phones that weren't there. Dougie sat at a missing desk on a missing chair, crooked like a zag, just hovering. Every afternoon, post-brew, Mark would pour dregs from his teacup into the spots where plants once stood. Didn't even blink. I spent the best part of a rainy November Tuesday removing the disabled toilet until it was just a room of handles and strings. Within a week it was littered with festering turds, a wig of black flies dancing the room dizzy. My flat became a shrine. My evenings were mad, arranging everything as the office had been. Water cooler here, Dougie's desk to that side. I got the layout just perfect, and yet it wasn't enough. I hated the thought of Mark, Lorna and Dougie across town in that empty building, without partitions, machines, the fittings stripped, floors bare, fingers wriggling in the naked air, 200 characters a minute. So I hired a freezer van, brought those missing pieces home. When they thawed, condensation on their temples, the office seemed smaller, as if work itself was hugging each of them like one happy family. Only thing missing? Me. Who else was going to drag my bed across town, my hotpoint oven and Smeg mini fridge, the fruit of years, my hangers of shirts and the IKEA coffins they live in, my TV, my hi-fi, my microwave, my toaster, my objects of no use, my skills, my yoga mat,
Can we have a massive round of applause for all of our Gobs Collective members? I love you. All absolutely smashed it, and I hope everyone watching at home has enjoyed the show. We couldn't be prouder. If you want to check out the poems that you've heard today, if you want to read them, you can just have a look down below, and we are publishing a digital zine, so you'll be able to read everyone's poems. Don't forget to follow us on social media as well, at Gobs Collective. If you want to get involved with what we're doing, please register an interest. The details of how you can do that are also below. We just want to give a massive thank you to everyone who's been involved in this. Massive thank you to Nottingham Trent University, curated and created. Yeah, both Barbara and Helen, who have been absolutely crucial to this in helping us get off the ground. And massive thanks to Burko from Apples and Snakes. Massive thank you to Alex from Makermet.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to all the gobs that came to these two face-to-face sessions, 3 face-to-face sessions, and you came to these Zoom sessions. You made me and Bridie really proud. Thank you to Big Gob Squires, man, putting up with me.
Thank you to Big Gob Ioney. Oh, that way.
I love you. I love you, Squires. Just to say thank you to Marthy Poets. Marthy Poets was a poetry club that existed in Nottingham. We used to meet weekly at Nottingham Playhouse. It was led by Deborah Stevenson, and we're not trying to replicate that, but what we are trying to do is take the spirit of that and ignite it into a new form. So thank you for that experience, and thank you for lifting us to higher ground.
Massive thank you to everyone at home watching. We really hope you've enjoyed the show, and we really hope that you stay tuned to find out what's coming up in the future from Gobs Collective. We really hope to eventually do live performances, live showcase.
Yeah. Open magazines, everything. We want to do everything. So make sure you follow us and be a part of it.
Well, that's enough from us for now.